First day, couple days been, Coach?
I think overall they've been pretty good. You know, guys had a really good off season and coming in shape, and right now we continue to build on some things that we did well in spring and throughout the summer. And right now, the first 4 days of practice, been a lot of energy, been a lot of excitement out there, and just continue to compete and get better in everything that we do.
Does it get to a point where you, okay, let's put pads on and go?
Oh yes, absolutely. You know, the first couple of days to me, I always say, you know, you can't really judge where you're at football-wise, because football is made to hit and tackle and play physical. So it's been good the past 2 practices, practice 3 and practice 4, for us to have on our uppers, our helmets, and our shoulder pads to be able to go through a thorough practice and be able to work on leverage, be able to, you know, see guys pretty much do their job and play with great pad level and compete.
You have a lot of running backs in that room. So what have you seen from these two, specifically Hassan and Javian so far?
Well, like you mentioned, we have 7 guys in the room, and I tell them every day they got to take advantage of the reps. Some days they have more reps than others, but those 2 guys right there, they got to step forward and they got to be leaders in the group. I think so far we're headed in the right direction in terms of where we're at the running back position. And like you mentioned before, with so many guys, it's open competition. So if they have a bad day, the next guy be moved in front of them, and so forth and so on. But I think collectively, if we continue to have competition, then we're only going to get better.
This offense being a run-focused offense, do you feel like that competition just kind of just makes you guys a little bit better?
Yeah, absolutely. The running back is the main deal in this offense. We're going to control the ball, control the clock by running the football, and then for us, you know, you got to love that as a running back. You got to love to hear that you're going to be able to carry the ball 20-25 times a game, and we got to practice with a purpose every single time, knowing that we're going to hang everything on us. So I think we're heading in the right direction with that. We just got to continue to stay the course, trust the process, understand the process, and then just practice and finish everything that we do.
How different is Hassan from the time you got here until now, and what does it make a difference out on the field? What have you seen so far?
I think that the biggest thing from Hassan and other guys is just teaching them how to practice. I think that once we first got here, we kind of had to teach them, you know, to finish. All right, that's my biggest focus point in spring ball. My biggest focus point right now in the first 4 practices. You can never expect to go down. Can never think that first man is going to make the tackle. All right, you got to have that mentality and that mindset that I'm going to score every single time I touch the ball. So kind of instilling in those men that they got to finish every time, and we want to finish every run in the end zone. That's just the mentality that they got to have.
What about his body though, with Hassan, and how different he looks bigger?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Hassan has taken coaching well in the weight room. Coach Mike has done an unbelievable job with our team, and as you guys will see, you know, Hassan has developed more stature-wise in terms of his physique and his body, and has added some weight, and that's just total commitment to, you know, nutrition, total commitment to the weight room, total commitment to hydration and getting sleep, all the things that we instill in them, and you know, they've embraced it and have done really good with it.
What have you seen from Aiden Roberts, Jalen Mitchell this far?
Young guys, they're doing well. They're doing well. Their roles have been limited right now. So far, 2 guys, bigger backs, strong backs, still learning the offense, but taking advantage of their reps. I think they're going to be able to help us down the line. But again, like I mentioned before, it's 7 guys in the room. Each day, guys are getting different reps. What I tell those guys is they got to take advantage of their reps. And so far, we're heading in the right direction with those 2 young guys.
Do you expect to have one guy who's the dominant force, or will it be a committee approach?
I think in our offense, as much as we want to run the ball, you're going to have multiple guys play. I don't think if we have 80 plays in the game, I don't think we'll just have one guy take 80 snaps, especially how run emphasis or run heavy we're going to be. But I do think 2 to 3 guys is what I played in the past. Looking forward to these guys continuing to compete, and have 3 guys that can go into the first game and be ready to roll.
With the variety that needs to happen when it is a run-heavy offense, does that help as well to have a committee that's not just the same type of back?
Yes, I would agree with that. I think that each young man brings something different to the table. It's my job to hopefully have everybody doing an unbelievable job at all 3 things. And when I talk about all 3 things, I'm talking about running with the football, I'm talking about pass protection, and I'm talking about being a wide receiver on the perimeter. So we want to be a complete back. We don't want any guy in the room to only be a ball carrier, only be a pass protector. So I think we just got to continue to work hard, continue to take coaching, continue to compete, and then we'll have 3 guys out there ready to roll.
In the spring, you talked about Day and the injuries that he had went through, and you said the offseason he needed to kind of take care of his body and kind of get it. Did he do that, and what have you seen out of him so far?
Yeah, so he did that and basically did a really good job of taking some constructive criticism, and has really changed his body this summer, and also so far in the first 4 practices has responded to some of the challenges I've placed in front of him. So to answer your question, he's doing a good job. He has to continue to compete with the 2 guys to my right, but I'm looking forward to him continue to do so, and so far he has improved since spring.
A lot's been made of that 100-yard drought, 1,000-yard drought. Do you talk to these guys about that at all, or?
No, we really haven't talked about 1,000 yards or the drought. I think these guys know that, you know, the quarterback has pretty much led the team in rushing, I guess, since, was it 2012 or something like that? I don't really know the true statistic on that. But I think for us, you know, I would love for a running back to get 1,000 yards. We'll start talking about season goals when it's time. I think right now in August camp, we're just focused on getting better at our position. And then once the season starts, we'll start having some short-term and long-term goals.
You mentioned the pass catching. How have you been impressed by their ability to get the ball?
Yeah, I think collectively we got a good group of guys who can catch the ball. So when a play is called for us to be a free release or a swing or run a rail route or whatever the offense calls for, I have full confidence that we'll be able to receive it and catch it.
One of the reasons no 1,000-yard backs is the quarterbacks were really good runners, especially Lamar. Is this an offense that will utilize the quarterback as a rusher?
Yeah, I think, you know, in all offenses, the quarterback can always be a runner. We do have some plays where, you know, the quarterback can take off. You know, talking about Lamar, may have been some design runs for him, but he also did a great job of just taking off on drop back passes. A lot of his yardage came from scrambling or just taking off. So, you know, it was what it was with him, but we're looking forward to these guys controlling the ground and being very productive in the run game.
You mentioned the 2 guys over here, both of these guys. How different are they, or what are their different kind of skill set, or what do they bring different to the table?
Put me on the spot with that one. I think both of them bring something kind of unique. You know, I think Hassan does a good job of running inside and also outside. Hawkins also does well with that as well, getting to the perimeter. You know, I think both of these guys also do a really good job in the pass game. You know, Jody, it's kind of hard just to say how they're different. I think they both bring a lot to the table with the ball in their hands and also when the ball is not in their hands. So I think that collectively and overall they do a really good job.
And Aiden, obviously, he's recovering from that shoulder injury. Just what have you seen from him so far?
I don't think the shoulder injury is an issue right now. Yesterday in practice, he was able to step up, and there's the linebacker coming, and he fitted him up and did a really good job on protection. So I think that's behind him now from a mental standpoint and also a physical standpoint. So he's working hard, and he's in the room competing with these guys just like everyone else.
Thank you.
No problem.
We're gonna come out over with.
Questions for Hassan? Make them easy to questions for him.
Don't be too hard. Alright.
How are you better this year?
I've been.
How are you better this year than last year?
Oh yeah. How? Oh, I got my weight up. I mean, I think I weighed in about 200 pounds, but I'm like 196 now. So that played a big factor in it.
Hassan, what were you last year when you got here? I guess what did you weigh, and kind of go through the process of the off season of how you put that weight on?
I think when I got here, I was about like 179, 178. I mean, really, they just been having me eating, you know what I'm saying, protein shakes, eating late night, just snacking, you know what I'm saying, hydrating, stuff like that.
Do you feel like you're just as fast as you were, even with the added weight?
I feel faster. I mean, the weight don't slow you down. It's a lot of it is muscle, you know what I'm saying? It's not fat, so it's not really slowing me down.
Are you the fastest guy in the team?
I don't know. I mean, we got some fast guys out there. Me, Hawk, Tutu. A lot of folks out there running. Everybody fast. So.
Where can you feel the difference in how much more you weigh and get stronger and so when can you
like when we practice, when they hit me, I don't really like. Last year I'm falling, I'm doing all that. And now like I'm keeping my balance on. You know what I'm saying? Busting out the tackles and all that stuff like that. So
You feel like that extra weight prepares you to kind of be the #1 backer?
I mean, yeah, it prepared me. You know what I'm saying? It prepared me.
What is the competition like? You heard Coach talking about the 7 guys in the room. What's the competition like each day?
I mean, every day we out there competing, going at it every day. Like everybody brings something to the table. You know what I'm saying? You can't really mess up because it's the next guy up. So when you mess up, you out. And if they do good, then you gotta just come back next day.
What have you seen from the young guys, from Jalen and Aiden?
Them boys, they smart first of all, so they take stuff in real fast. You know what I'm saying?
What would you describe as the strength of the running back room? Is there one thing that you guys really all shine in?
You said that we all shine in?
Yeah, that you shine. What's your strength back there?
I think we all fast, strong, and smart. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think there's a type of speed that's a different type of speed that can help be a playmaker?
Do I think there's one person?
No, that the speed collectively at running back, do you think
course.
make you guys different this year?
Yeah, of course.
Coach said that he's not really talking to you guys about the 1,000-yard drought, but as running backs, do you guys internally talk about that?
I mean, not really. Like we know it. We know it. We done heard some people say it. We done seen it, but we know what we got to do. You know.
Offense having such an emphasis on the run game. Do you guys feel more pressure to go up there and do more this year than you did in past year?
Do we feel more pressure?
Yeah.
I mean, somewhat.
In what way? Is it just like is it a mental thing, or is it just you guys know kind of you have to contribute a little bit more? We have to put up more numbers.
Yeah, like we know. Yeah, it's kind of bold. Like we know what we gotta do. Yeah.
With the offense, now that you're more comfortable with it, you've had spring and you've had 4 days. What do you see as the running back? I mean, it's a run. You're going to run the ball first, right?
Yeah.
What do you see this offense doing for the running backs?
What do I see the offense doing first?
Yeah.
I mean, what you mean?
Like in the offense, how important is the running backs?
Oh, very important. I mean, the offense is ran through us. I mean, ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying? It's ran through us, so we got to be on our stuff so that we can win games. For real.
Obviously, you're running behind an offensive line. What's your impression of how they're coming along?
Them boys, they look good out there. They look great. You know what I'm saying? Great, amazing. All of them. Makai, he stepped up. He like, you know what I'm saying, the leader. All them boys, they out there. They working.
You noticing a big difference between them and last year?
Big difference. Big difference. They open the holes. You can drive a car through. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Have you ever met Michael Bush?
No. I never met him.
You know that's his number though, right?
Yeah. People, like when I be on social media and stuff like that, they be talking about him a lot. And I went to watch him play, like his highlights and stuff like that.
Did you watch any of his videos?
Yeah, I went to watch his highlights, yeah. Big back. Yeah, he was great.
Right around the goal line?
Yeah, they say he lives somewhere around here.
He does,
yeah. Get him up here for me.
He plays basketball.
You play basketball?
He plays basketball, pickup basketball, man.
That ain't much of my bag right
Anything else for him?
Let's just be your impression of talking to how kind of he's been so far this summer.
Hawk, he look good, man. Hawk fast, real fast. He got better in the blocking protection game. I mean, Hawk, he been smart, so he don't really mess up like that too much. I mean, you know, working, everybody working.
Good job, Hassan.
I'm right here for you now. Don't leave me, man.
What have been your, obviously, Hassan kind of just gave his thoughts, and you just what have been your thoughts on how he's been so far from the spring to now?
What'd you say? Excuse me, my bad.
What have just kind of been your thoughts on Hassan, how he's kind of grown? What he's been doing
just a workhorse. Like I like being behind him because he worked, so I gotta work harder. And like just like the group as a whole, like he creating that mindset of I gotta work, so y'all gotta work, we all gotta eat.
When you're in there, what do you bring this offense? What do you bring different than maybe other backs?
I wouldn't say like necessarily there's anything different. I mean, because we all like we all competing, so we all like once we get in, like Coach mentioned, we all got to take advantage of our reps. So like everybody going hard. I mean, so it's just we just playing ball.
Would you say there's something that you need to, I guess, improve on? You know, or are you feeling pretty good at all your spots?
Like Sonny said, I improved on my protection game, but I can always work and get better at that.
What's your strength as a running back?
My strength, I say like, well, I gained a lot from last year, and like I'm a fast kid. I always been fast, and I like to work.
So are you the fastest guy on the team?
Nah. I mean, like he said the top 3. Well, I think the top 3, but we got to give it to Tutu. He had the fastest working time.
So it's you two and Tutu?
Yeah.
With the way this offense is set up, is there a sense of pride from your room that so much goes through you guys?
Oh, for sure. Like Sonny said, it starts with us. Like the running back position is very important because like we're run first team, so like we gotta be able to run the ball so everything else open up.
Does it help when you say that, when you know it's a run first team, does it help to have so many numbers and so many guys who can contribute?
Most definitely, for sure. It does help a lot.
Do you all expect one person to be that guy, or has Coach talked about that being somebody winning the position, or a lot of guys getting opportunities?
A lot of guys get a lot of opportunities, but like you said, it's 7 of us. So when you get your reps, you got to take advantage of them. But Sonny at the one spot, and he lead us well, so we all just working behind him.
How much did you learn from last year? You got to play a little bit, I think maybe 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, but
how much did you learn as far as the game speed, and did that help you this fall camp?
Oh, a lot. Like I learned a lot, especially with this staff, just how they coming in and creating that love and just like pushing you to learn. Like everything is about discipline. So if you don't learn, you get disciplined. You get held accountable for everything.
You mentioned how Hassan's kind of setting the tone. How much have you seen him from last year and that grow in that leadership role?
Oh, a lot. Just like talking more, cause Sonny don't like to talk. He real quiet. So like y'all even getting him up here to talk. It's crazy.
Have you seen that from a lot of guys? More guys willing to talk than in years past?
Most definitely. A lot of guys feel comfortable enough to talk. Like that's what the staff created. Like everybody got a voice.
What have you seen of those 2 young guys that he was talking about with Aiden and Jay?
Like you said, they smart. They real smart. Like us coming in, they probably a step ahead of us. Like just picking up on the playbook and learning the plays.
Hassan was pretty complimentary of the offensive line. What's your impression of them thus far?
Like you said, they improved a lot. Makai stepped up. He definitely stepped up big, and it just trickled down when the leaders step up.
How important has developing the chemistry with that offensive line, kind of just getting used to each other? How important has that been?
I mean, it's just like with us getting the ball. Like they're more important to us because all we doing is getting the ball. So that's where the chemistry is very important.
All right.
Good job.